Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Sports Village on Newsbreak TV. My name is Femi Ashaolu. Today on the show we'll be looking at African Cup of Nations. Thanks goodness the Super Eagles of Nigeria have qualified for the round of 16. But today we'll be looking at other issues behind the scenes as far as AFCON is concerned. And of course also we'll be looking at the Super Falcons. It is no longer news that they crashed out of the World Cup in the round of 16. So we'll be looking at a lot of issues regarding the two teams on the show today. So in the studio, I have the usual suspect. They are well accounted for and present in the studio. I'm talking about James Agberebi and Gabriel Tucker. Guys, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we've served you the menu. Let's quickly go on this very short breather. I will be right back to go into the discussion. Please stay right there. Welcome back to the program, and it's still Sport Village on Newsbreak TV. Okay, let's get down to discussion now. James, let me start with you. Super Eagles were qualified for the round of 16, but there are a lot of disturbing issues behind the scene. Before the game against Guinea, the players protested. They refused to go for training. Now, where do you draw the line between patriotism and asking for what is rightfully yours?
Yeah, for me, I think it was the right for the players to ask for the allowances and bonuses, because I believe before the tournament started, there would have been a kind of an agreement.
Yeah.
You know, and when one party now kind of go against that agreement, that's when you start seeing issues like this. And I think the reason why the guys decide to take that step, because they feel they've experienced something like this in the past, and it's like the issue of trust now comes in, because maybe they feel. I remember in the 2014 World Cup, the issue of bonuses and allowances came up.
France.
Even in 1994 World Cup, 1998 World Cup, you'll be surprised that, especially in 94 World Cup, because a lot of people would say that was the best outing we had. But behind the scenes, they had issues like this. So for me, it was so unfortunate that something like this came up. Especially in a major tournament like this, it goes to show that we still have a lot of trashing out to do. Because this kind of thing, they cause distractions.
Okay, quickly, let me ask you. We were told by the NFF communication director, Demola Jire, that President Muhammadu Buhari actually spoke to the guys and promised them that their full allowances will be paid.
Yeah.
But he said they were surprised that a day after then, the player decided to. They didn't even show up for the press conference before the Guinea game. Now, what do you think that even the president, the number one citizen of a nation, spoke to them and assured them, yet they went? What do you think? Do you think it still measure up to what the guys actually put up?
Like I said, it still boils down to trust. These guys, they are from club sides where things are done well. So they expect, when you're talking about being professional, it's like these guys are not. I'm talking of the officials now. It's as if they are not being professional in whatever they do. And they, like I said earlier, these are things that have been happening. And once things keeps occurring, the issue of, like I said, trust becomes a problem. So for me, they find it difficult to believe these guys even when the president even called them and spoke with them. We would have expected them to say, okay, we've heard it, but they still went ahead. It goes to show that there's still that trust issue is not there, and until we trash out this issue, we're going to continue. I won't be surprised if this issue comes up again.
We pray it doesn't. We pray it doesn't. Exactly. Gabriel, quickly, like I said, we qualified for the round of 16, but the goalkeeping department. You're already smiling.
That's
For a lot of Nigerians were watching matches with their heart in their mouth, like, 2 games, he hasn't considered a goal. For you, how has Akperi fared all the while?
I think we were lucky that we were not really tested against Guinea, which was quite surprising, honestly. The first shot on target for Guinea, the shot was played, and all of a sudden, in his attempt to catch the ball bumped off him and left. Fortunately enough,
there was no Guinea player around.
In front. Some other balls too. Another ball too. he he kind of kneeled to collect the ball, and then even his anticipation and then his positioning was suspect.
I was going to ask you, um, 2 games, we've managed to score 2 goals. Managed to score 2 goals. For you, isn't it the worry that the team is actually struggling to get goals? Like I said earlier in the past edition of this program, that we will, I'm sure, we'll paraded the best, if not the best or one of the best attacking lineup in this tournament. But we seems to be struggling.
Yeah, and
Wasted chances, particularly against Guinea.
I think I agree with your assertion and that of other Nigerians whom we've always we've heard throughout the competition that the attacking drought of goals is a big worry. It's a source of concern because this set of players, virtually the same team that went through the qualifiers, played through. We scored goals. We scored. We defeated Libya. Yeah, was it 3 or 4-0?
4-0.
4-0 in Libya. Then we went to Libya.
And scored 3 goals.
And scored goals.
Yeah.
Igalo 2, Musa 1.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
We went to Seychelles also. We scored goals.
Yeah.
We defeated Seychelles here too. I think it was only against South Africa where we wobbled a bit.
Yeah.
Where,
we cheated though. We cheated kind of, yeah.
We wobbled a bit. But the team went into the team qualified on the back of being a supreme attacking side. One that could, on the counter, deliver goals. And again, if you notice, during the qualifiers, we were scoring quick goals. We were scoring goals in the first half, except the first leg of the South African game where we were roundly defeated.
Yeah.
But all other games, we scored quite easily. So now it's really a source of concern, and I think it's for Coach Genetro right now to review whatever strategies he has put in front. Now, it's not just a matter of the attacking players alone that, if today he feels Musa and Iwobi, tomorrow he feels Onachu and Onyekuru. It's not just the matter of the attacking lineup now. You also have to look at the engine room of the team, the midfield.
Yeah, we'll still have time as the tournament progresses. We'll have time to actually try some of this out on the show. Okay, so we hope that Coach Genotro is actually will hear this so that because the tougher you go in the tournament, the tougher it will become to get goals. So we need to get our house put in order. Quickly, we go on this very brief break. We'll return to talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. What is the way forward? Now they've crashed out of the tournament. A lot of players are at their peak. Should they retire from the squad? We'll be discussing that, I beg your pardon, when we return back into the show. Please stay with us. Yeah, welcome back to the program. It's still Sport Village on Newsbreak TV. Okay, Gabriel, quickly, Nigerians didn't have much hope when we pitched against Germany in that knockout phase. For you, quickly, Denebi, do you think Denebi has improved this team very quickly?
Unfortunately, there has been no improvement. That has to be said. And for someone who came with the pedigree of improving teams, carried Sweden to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, I believe. Not much has happened in terms of actual development and actual improvement of play. You are still seeing the Super Falcons play, in quote now, agricultural football. You are seeing them playing agricultural football. You saw South Africa, yes, they lost scandalously, but their football was pleasing to the eye.
Agricultural football, you mean?
Yes. But you saw South Africa, their football was pleasing to the eye. Yes, they received all the bashing and all that, but the players were moving. The CAF footballer of the year, Katlega, you saw her entering into positions where her movement of the ball was precise. That's what you aim to see. Our star players, the likes of Aziza Tushola and Desire Pranusi, were flops. They didn't come up. They didn't live up to the billing. So now, yes, you can say individually the players themselves didn't bring their A game, but the coach himself coming to the team with that background of being
with vastly experienced,
being a renowned female sporting coach, what did you add to the team? Nothing.
Okay, James, quick one. We have players who are almost at their peak. It was very evident at the World Cup.
Yeah.
People like Onomebi, Rita Chikwelu.
Yeah.
Do you think these players should qualify at the national team now so that we can have maybe a progression from the under 21 into the team now? Do you think, with bearing in mind that the Olympics is just next year?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, the thing about the female football is women, they tend to play almost into their 40s, you know. And
but it seems not working for us.
I've always said it that there are some players in the Super Falcons that I think it's time for them to call it a day. Someone like Onomebi, she played at her first World Cup in 2003. Which means she played with the likes of Messi Akide and
Patience Abre.
Yeah, you know, and I remember Rita Chikwelu, she played at the Under-20 World Cup in 2006. You know, so she has paid her dues. So for me, I think we need fresh blood in the team. I find they've done well. They've won laurels for Nigeria, but I think we have to start, you know, bringing up the young ones. When I watched the games these Falcons played at the World Cup before the crash, I saw some lapses from Onomebi. Fine, she played with experience, but there are sometimes that even the strength or what we like is not there again. It's just using that, but a certain stage where the experience will take you to it when you are playing against flat-footed teams where that will run rings around you, you know. So we saw mistakes which led to goals, you know. So for me, they've done well. I think it's. I remember the particular player, Joy Jegede. She played on that 20 World Cup 2010 with. Okparanozi. I was surprised that despite the fact that she was the captain, she did well. I'm surprised that up to this,
she no
I don't know, she's no more even being talked about in the Falcons. So for me, I think we still have very good players, but I think there still needs some changes to be made in the team. So I believe if those changes are made, the Falcons can, you know, maybe see something impressive, especially. Just like what you said, next year, the Olympics, and maybe we can blood these players and, you know, get good players from there.
Okay, sorry, each time we come on the show, our time is always our enemy. This is where we'll be, the ship will be betting on this particular edition of the program. But don't worry, next week, another wonderful package will be coming your way. Until then, we say, have a wonderful time. Bye.